All right, let's get this show started.
In today's video, Dan Hooker shows off his new tattoos, Conor McGregor runs into Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, Strickland roasts Irael Adesanya, a massive lawsuit against the UFC is officially granted class certification, and Kevin Holland offers to step in on short notice against Ian Garry. Here's a quick clip of Dan Hooker showing off his new tattoos. Conor McGregor encounters former UFC owners Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta while leisurely spending time on his yacht.
Have a look at this, lads. Yeah, just here on the top floor of my triple deck, getting a bit of walk in. And look who I see over here. That's Lorenzo Fertitta's yacht, Lonian. There's his shadow yacht holder to carry all the toys. And next to it there is Uncle Frank's yacht. Uncle Frank Fertitta's yacht. So the gang is in town. Yeah, just getting a bit of walk in, lads. I'll be over shortly. And there's my big rocket ship Lamborghini now sailing by as well, yeah? Yep, the Fertittas, yep, the UFC. Baby, we did it. See you in a bit, lads.
Strickland has shared his first reaction following UFC 293's fight announcement against Irael Adesanya. Strickland, in classic Strickland style, roasted Izzy, writing, "To war China, man, but Izzy isn't Chinese, I know this. Izzy is, what do you call the people who sell their bodies and dignity for $1? I think it starts with a W, or a S, or a P, I don't know, maybe you guys can help me." A federal court has certified a massive class action lawsuit against the UFC. The lawsuit was originally filed by several former fighters, including Kung Lee, John Fitch, Kyle Kingsbury, and many others. Their claim is that the UFC used illegal techniques to acquire dominance in the market and wields unfettered power in suppressing fighter compensation. In an article penned by ESPN's Mark Raimondi, we can read, "The lawsuit against the UFC, which was first filed in 2014, will now be a class action suit, meaning almost 1,200 fighters can sue the UFC as a collective for alleged unfair business practices." The class period encompasses any fighter who competed in the UFC from December 16, 2010 to June 30th of 2017. The plaintiffs, who include former UFC fighters Kung Lee and John Fitch, allege that the UFC is an illegal monopoly or monopsony and have snuffed out competition from other MMA promotions in an effort to drive down fighters' wages. The plaintiffs are seeking between $800 million and $1.6 billion in damages from the UFC. Judge Boulware did not grant certification for the identity class part of the suit, where fighters claimed the UFC suppressed licensing fees associated with identity rights. Combat sports regulatory lawyer and MMA kickboxing judge Eric McGracken has posted a video breaking it all down.
So, breaking news, just today, a federal court in the US has certified a class action lawsuit against the UFC. Now, this lawsuit's been going on for the better part of 10 years, and a few years ago it looked like it was going to be certified, but today the official reasons came out certifying the antitrust lawsuit. So in a nutshell, a bunch of fighters sued the UFC saying they used illegal techniques to acquire dominance in the market, and they abused that dominance in the market. And the effect of that has been to underpay fighters drastically over the years. The lawsuit started by some individual fighters, but they wanted it certified as a class action, meaning hundreds and hundreds of fighters automatically get to participate in it. That's exactly what occurred today with the court's certification order. So there's a class of about 1,200 fighters that are now suing the UFC unless they opt out. And in a nutshell, these are really damning reasons the court released today. They found on a preponderance of evidence that the UFC has used ruthless and coercive practices. And in a nutshell, there's three things the court said. Number one, that they use oppressive contracts. Number two, that they use ruthless tactics outside of those oppressive contracts. And combine those two things, keep fighters from really ever enjoying free agency. And three, the court found that the UFC has bought up competition, not to necessarily make their product better, but instead to give fighters fewer choices on the open market. So the courts found that the UFC has used a series of tactics over a number of years to lock themselves into a dominant market position, and that they abuse that power to maintain that position. So this is interesting stuff, folks. This lawsuit is definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Late Wednesday, it was reported that Geoff Neal has withdrawn from his UFC 292 fight against Ian Garry, which is set for next weekend due to an undisclosed health issue. Garry reacted by posting this video on his Twitter, captioned with, "Geoff Neal has b***ed out. I will still show up in Boston August 19th.
So I just talked to Sean Shelby. Geoff Neal is pulling out.
Okay, why?
He has, he's saying, and he's not been able to train.
Okay. Okay, we know the truth. Okay. The moment you said that, you sent that message, I knew it. Geoff Neal's a bitch. What is God showing me right now? Is this God giving me what I initially asked for in Neil Magny? That is what I'm trying to work out in my mind right now. That is what I'm trying to work out. When I get met with situations like this, I try to think about, why is this happening? As opposed to, say, Geoff Neal's out. Does that make sense? I can't, if he's pulling out, there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing. It's out of my control. I just have to sit here and think, why?
Shortly after, Kevin Holland offered to step in on short notice to face Garry.
It's pretty late in the week to let me know somebody pulled out a fight, especially when the fight's like really coming up, but I mean, we can catch weight.
Here are the top 3 memes we found on the internet today. Third place was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Magician Shin. Our second place meme was found over Instagram and was posted by a user named Daily Dose MMA. And our top picked meme of the day was found over Facebook and was posted by a user named Boxing TV. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.